All right, so we're diving deep into this light heavyweight bout.
UFC 311.
Yeah, Bogdan Guskov versus Billy Elekana.
Yeah, should be a good one.
And it's got everybody talking.
Absolute clash of styles,
Yeah.
Guskov, the veteran knockout artist, versus
Yubba Gubber.
Elekana, who's more of like a methodical,
Reinger.
yeah.
Exactly. So the predictions are all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
But we've got some interesting details from our source material.
Let's hear it.
So first of all, Guskov has a terrifying knockout percentage.
Yeah.
Like something crazy, like 14 knockouts in his 16 wins.
Yeah.
Elekana, on the other hand, he's coming in as the underdog in this fight.
Mm-hmm.
And the betting odds are actually pretty interesting.
Okay.
So we're going to break all that down for you.
Sounds good.
And figure out, who to put your money on if you're so inclined.
Yeah, let's get into it.
All right, so let's start with the fighters themselves. Give us a little background on each of these guys.
Yeah, so Guskov, I mean, as you mentioned, he's a veteran.
Right.
He's got that aggressive style, loves to come forward.
To throw those bombs.
Yeah, big power in his hands. That's his strength, obviously.
Yeah.
But he has shown some, weaknesses in the past.
Oh, yeah?
Susceptible to submissions. And, there's some questions about his cardio in the later rounds.
Yeah, if it goes the distance.
Exactly.
Which is not his style.
Doesn't want it to go the distance, no.
So Elekana, on the other hand.
Yeah, he's well-rounded.
Yeah.
Good grappling, good striking.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of endurance.
Yeah.
That's what he's known for.
Yeah.
But he is the underdog for a reason.
Yeah.
He's younger.
Less experience.
Yeah. Not as much experience at this level,
Especially at the UFC level.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's talk about their recent fights.
Okay.
Guskov's coming off that impressive TKO victory against Ryan Spann. But, if we go back a little further, he did have that submission loss to Volkan Oezdemir.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
So I'm wondering, can Elekana exploit that grappling weakness?
Well, it's possible. I mean, Oezdemir showed that you can take Guskov down.
Right.
And if you can control him on the ground, that's where he's vulnerable.
Yeah.
So that might be part of Elekana's game plan.
Interesting. And Elekana, he's coming in with those decision wins.
Mm-hmm.
Really showcasing that endurance.
He can go the distance.
Yeah, he can go all 5 rounds.
No problem.
But he did have that loss to Daniel Compton.
Yeah.
Who is a very aggressive striker like Guskov.
That's right. Similar style.
So, that raises some questions,
Can he handle the pressure?
Can he withstand that initial onslaught?
That's the big question.
Yeah.
So let's talk about their expected strategies.
All right.
I mean, Guskov's going to come out swinging.
Oh, yeah. Trying to end it early.
Absolutely looking for that knockout.
Yeah. He wants to use his power, his reach, to just overwhelm Elekana.
That's his bread and butter.
Right.
Elekana, on the other hand, he's probably going to try to weather that storm.
Mm-hmm.
Use his footwork, his defense, to avoid those big punches early on.
And maybe even try to clinch up.
Yeah, tie Guskov up.
Tire him out.
Exactly, make it a grind.
Yeah.
And then, maybe look for opportunities to take him down.
Mm-hmm.
Exploit that ground game.
Okay, so 2 very different paths to victory here.
It is.
Guskov wants that quick finish.
First round knockout.
And Elekana's probably looking to drag it out.
Longer fight, yeah.
And try to win on points or maybe even a late submission.
Exactly.
So what does our source ultimately predict?
They're going with Guskov.
Oh, really?
First round TKO.
Wow. Okay, they're really banking on that knockout power.
They are. They think Guskov's power is just too much for Elekana.
Yeah, and they're a little concerned about Elekana's vulnerability to aggressive strikers.
That Compton fight really stands out.
Right.
If he couldn't handle Compton, can he handle Guskov?
That's the question.
Big question.
All right, so let's talk betting odds, because I know a lot of our listeners are into that.
Yeah, let's break it down.
But for those who aren't familiar with how betting odds work, can you just give us a quick explanation?
Yeah, so the odds basically tell you how likely a particular outcome is, and they also tell you how much money you can win.
Right.
So a negative number, like say minus 300, that means that fighter is the favorite.
Okay.
The bigger the negative number, the more likely they are to win.
Got it.
But also the less money you win if they do win.
Right, so it's less risky.
Exactly.
Okay, and then a positive number.
That's the underdog.
So like plus 250.
Yeah, something like that.
That means they're less likely to win.
Right.
But if they do pull it off, you win a lot more money.
Yeah, bigger payout.
Okay, so in this case, Guskov is the favorite.
No surprise there.
Right.
With that knockout power.
What are the specific odds for him winning by first round TKO?
So the source recommends Guskov by TKO Co. at -150.
Okay.
And under 1.5 rounds at +120.
So they're pretty confident in that early finish.
Yeah, they are.
All right, but what about Elekana? Are there any bets that might be appealing for those who think he could pull off the upset?
Well, for the risk takers out there,
Yeah.
Elekana by decision is sitting at +250.
Oh, wow. That's a long shot.
It is a long shot.
But a big payout.
Big payout if he can pull it off.
So if you really believe in Elekana's ability to, survive those early rounds,
Take it to the ground.
grind it out.
And that might be the bet for you.
Yeah. All right, so we've got Guskov looking for the knockout.
Early,
Elekana maybe trying to weather the storm and,
make it a long fight.
take it to the ground.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good one.
Oh, absolutely. Can't wait.
All right, so we've broken down the predictions.
Mm-hmm.
We've looked at the potential paths to victory.
Yep.
And we've even explored some betting odds.
There you go.
So what's your gut feeling?
I got to go with my heart.
Oh, really?
I'm feeling an Elekana upset.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
You're going against the source.
I am. I just think he's got that grit, that determination, and I think he can surprise people.
So you think he can survive those early rounds?
Yeah, I do.
And maybe take it to the ground?
Exactly, wear Guskov down.
And win by decision or maybe even a late submission?
It's possible.
I like it. Bold prediction.
Oh, we'll see.
All right. So there you have it, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Two very different paths to victory.
Absolutely.
Guskov, the knockout artist.
Yeah.
Elekana, the grinder.
The underdog.
Who's going to come out on top?
I will find out soon enough.
Make sure you tune in to UFC 311.
Don't miss it.
This is going to be a fight you don't want to miss.
Oh, yeah.
And in the meantime, let us know in the comments who you think is going to win.
Yeah. Let's hear your predictions.
We love hearing from you guys.
Absolutely.
All right, until next time, keep exploring, keep learning.
Keep diving deep.
We'll see you soon.
See ya. It's
Yeah.
going to be an interesting one for sure.
Yeah. I mean, even with Guskov being the favorite, there are some scenarios where Elekana could pull off the upset.
Oh, absolutely.
Walk me through that. What would that look like?
Well, we talked about Guskov's tendency to go for the finish early.
Right.
And that's, it's effective.
And when it works.
When it works, yeah. But it can also be draining,
Oh, yeah.
if he doesn't get that knockout early.
Especially in those first couple rounds.
Exactly. It takes a lot of energy to throw those bombs.
Yeah.
So if Elekana can survive those first few rounds, Guskov might start to slow down a bit.
Get tired.
Yeah. And that's when Elekana can start to take control.
So basically you're saying Elekana needs to weather the storm.
Yeah, weather the storm.
Use his footwork, his defense.
Avoid those big punches.
Stay out of trouble.
Exactly. And maybe even, try to clinch up with Guskov.
Tire him out against the cage.
Yeah. Make him work. Make him carry that weight.
And then once he gets into those later rounds.
That's Elekana's territory.
Yeah, that's where his condition.
And that grinding style.
Really comes into play.
Yeah, he's known for being able to go the distance.
All 5 rounds.
No problem.
So even though the source is predicting a Guskov TKO, they're also kind of acknowledging that Elekana has a path to victory.
Oh, yeah. It's just a less likely path.
It's a tougher road.
It is a tougher road for sure.
But it's there.
It's there.
And that's what makes this fight so interesting.
Exactly. It's not just about who's the better fighter overall.
Right.
It's about who can impose their game plan.
Who can dictate the pace of the fight.
Exactly. And, this reminds me a bit of the Adesanya versus Romero fight.
Oh, yeah?
Where Adesanya was the favorite, the striker. Romero, the powerful wrestler.
Yeah. Everybody expected fireworks.
Right.
But Romero was so cautious.
So hesitant.
He didn't want to engage.
Yeah, he was so worried about Adesanya striking.
But it ended up being kind of a stalemate.
Yeah, it was a bit of a letdown.
And I think Elekana needs to be careful not to fall into that same trap.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He can't be too afraid of Guskov's power.
Right.
He needs to respect it, obviously.
But he also needs to stick to his own game plan.
Yeah. Find that balance.
So for our listeners who are going to be watching this fight, what are some of the key things they should be looking for?
Well, right away, I'd pay attention to Guskov's energy levels.
Okay.
Does he come out with that same explosiveness?
Like I've seen in the past?
Yeah. Or is he a little more measured?
Maybe trying to conserve energy.
Yeah, knowing that this could be a long fight.
Okay. And then for Elekana,
yeah,
how does he react to Guskov's pressure?
Does he try to stand and trade?
Or does he immediately look to clinch?
Tie him up.
Control the fight.
Exactly.
And if he does clinch up with Guskov,
yeah,
Can he actually control him?
Can he wear him down?
Or is Guskov able to break free?
Create some space.
Land those big punches.
Those clinch exchanges are going to be key.
I'm also curious to see how Elekana uses his kicks.
Oh, yeah.
He's got some powerful leg kicks.
He does.
Maybe he can keep Guskov at bay.
Yeah, target that lead leg.
Slow him down.
Without having to get into a brawl.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
It is, man.
So many different factors at play.
That's MMA for you.
Unpredictable.
It really is.
So we've talked about the predictions, the potential paths to victory.
Yep.
The key things to watch for.
Oh, the angles.
Now just give me your gut feeling.
Oh, gut feeling.
Who do you think wins this fight?
You know, I'm going to go out on a limb here.
Okay.
I think Elekana pulls off the upset.
Wow, you're really feeling it?
I am. I just think he's got that underdog mentality.
Yeah.
That grit, that determination.
He's going to fight for every inch.
Exactly. He's not going to back down.
You think he can survive those early rounds?
Yeah, I do.
And then take over in the later rounds?
Yeah, wear Guskov down.
Maybe win by decision or even a late submission?
It's a possibility.
I like it. Bold prediction.
We'll see what happens.
All right, so there you have it, folks. Another layer to this already intriguing matchup.
Absolutely.
Will Elekana defy the odds?
We'll find out soon.
Make sure you tune in to UFC 311.
Can't miss it.
This one's going to be a banger.
For sure.
Okay, so before we wrap things up,
Yeah.
we want to hear from you,
Absolutely.
our listeners.
You guys.
What do you think is going to happen in this fight?
Yeah. Who you got?
Guskov or Elekana?
Give us your predictions.
Did we miss any key details?
Any hidden advantages?
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, hit us up on social media.
We love getting your insights.
Absolutely.
And hey, if you're feeling really confident,
Yeah.
maybe place a friendly wager on the fight.
Why not?
But remember, folks,
Yeah.
gamble responsibly.
It's all in good fun.
The real thrill is watching these amazing athletes.
Put it all on the line.
Yeah, so let's all enjoy the fight
Absolutely.
and appreciate the skill and dedication of these guys.
These are world-class athletes.
All right, folks, that's it for this deep dive.
Thanks for joining us.
Make sure you tune in to UFC 311.
Don't miss it.
That's going to be a fight you don't want to miss.
Yeah.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning.
And keep diving deep.
See you soon.